The Foundation and Future of Civil Aviation in Dubai, 1937 till 2020. As Britain wanted to preserve its commercial and economic interests in the region, it considered constructing the bases for airstrips and began negotiation with the rulers of the United Arab Emirates. Technical reports confirmed that Dubai, Sharjah, and Ras Al Khaimah all could serve as air stations. Dubai Creek can be used for seaplanes landing, but airports can be established in Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah. Britain established an airport in Sharjah and built a passenger lounge with a monthly rental of 800 rupees. Sharjah Airport location was chosen to be 2 kilometers southeast of the emirate, and it became known as the station. However, none of the travelers were allowed into the city unless they got a permission from the governor. Sharjah Airport became completely equipped in 1932, and the first British aircraft landed in October of the same year. It was a handily big HP-42 with 24 passengers on board. With the collapse of pearl trade due to the artificial pearls coming from Japan, Dubai suffered a financial crisis in 1929, which prompted the emirate to look for alternative sources of income. In 1933, the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Said, agreed to establish the first civilian airstrip on water. And 3 years later, 1936, the first seaplane landed on the waters of Dubai Creek. In 1937, Dubai became a stopover station within the British Air Service to India. This made it a vital transit station for passengers across the region. On October 3, 1937, the first steady commercial flight was launched to Dubai. It was the early British airline, Imperial Airways Calypso aircraft, carrying 28 passengers. It left Southampton to Karachi and then Dubai. It landed in Dubai Creek across the current Gulf playground. Since that October, 2 water planes were passing through the Dubai airstrip weekly. During World War II, a British military airport was established. It brought great benefits to Dubai after the war, as the emirate began to live the commercial recovery with an increased number of flights, which reached 466, included in Ceyhan, Dakota, and Sunderland aircrafts. In the year 1958-1959, the first year Sheikh Rashid took over the Emirate of Dubai, he started planning for the first airport in Dubai, and half of the Emirate's budget was allocated to 2 projects, Dubai Airport and Dubai Creek. More than 200,000 rupee has been allocated only for the airport. In 1959, Danata Travel Agency was established. It was the second after Canoe, which was founded in 1946. Mapping the new airport began. The location was 2 miles from Dubai next to Dira. The runway ran between 1,500 and 2,000 yards and 35 yards wide. Work at Dubai Airport began on the 10th of September 1959. Dubai International Airport opened on September 30th, 1960. It was inaugurated by Middle East Lebanese airline, Comet 4. At the initial stage, Dubai International Airport operated only for 6 hours a day, between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. By the end of 1961, 15 months after the opening, the number of passengers using Dubai Airport reached 33,200 passengers, and the number of flights, arrival, departure, military, and postal reached 1,004, an average of 3 flights per day. After 1964, the number of passengers through Dubai Airport increased to 46,400 passengers, and the number of flights to 1,343, so it became necessary to have the new runway of asphalt, which enabled the airport to receive large aircraft at the time. Example, Boeing 707 and C-10. Dubai International Airport started to receive night flights after 1966, and the airport installed modern lighting, which came after the use of old lamps, an oil candle, which was lit and then placed on a straight line on both sides of the runway to help the pilot vision and land safely. In 1968, there were several expansion projects in Dubai International Airport. That success required the Emirate to establish an airline. Since 1960s, Dubai had plans to create its own private airlines, but these plans remained on paper until Emirates Airline was born in 1985.